Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boys Zxous, and we are back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. Now, before we even begin, motion! You already know, in all these half anniversary videos, I want to see the word motion, right? Because we are just moving forward. I know some people ask, what does motion even mean? And it just means we're moving forward, right? Nikke is looking good, they're just moving forward, they know where their head's at, and all that stuff. But I actually have I want to say some better news, some good news for a lot of people, right? Because obviously a lot of people ask, when is the NIER collab happening? Now, on the global live stream that happened later, way after the Korean and the Japanese one, they actually kind of gave us information, more information that I'm not sure if many people picked up on. They gave us more information about the NIER collab than, obviously, I want to say the Japanese and Korean. Now, that's as much as I know, right? Nobody said that, you know, what I'm about to share with you guys, nobody on my Discord, nobody on Twitter, nobody on Reddit said it was happening around here. So let's take a look at what they say here on the, what's it called? The global one. Let me just pull up a full screen. Oh, let me just close this as well. And let me show you guys what they said on the global one. So just listen to Anis here. Pull this up.
You thought the surprise was over? Come on. This is Anis speaking.
Anis? That's her name. Okay, never mind. Anis. So the NIER collab was confirmed.
Another collab in the second half of the year is coming.
Chad, did you hear that? That's pretty good. She said another collab in the second half of the year is coming. Right now, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, chat. Right? The reason why is because the second half of the year would start in July. That means even after this event, we would still have a minimum of a month, I want to say, to save, which is all, you know, maybe this is a bit selfish, but that's all I need. All I need is I need a month. Realistically, I just needed like 5 days after this event. So yeah, I'm going to also have a video on if you should summon for Dorothy or NIER. That video will also come out today. And why you would want to do which one or whatever. Right, try to give you guys all valuable points. But this is pretty good information here, right? It's not, again, an official release date. But like I said, I don't think you guys should really be worrying about the collab right now and just stay focused on the half anniversary anyways. But the fact that we kind of know that it's coming in the second half of the year is good. Let me see if she says anything up. So yeah, she doesn't. Everything else about this live stream was so silly though. This live stream was so silly. They had these little things, like they were so silly, right? Like they had the girls dancing and stuff. Like look at this. Like the global live stream was so silly, but I mean, it was lagging a lot for everyone, I think. So that I didn't really think, but like I said, the collab is confirmed to come in the second half of the year. So since we are in April, we still have obviously April, May, and June, right? That would be 6 months. And then July would start of the second half of the year. So we're guaranteed going to get something in July, or not in July, but from July to December is the range we are going to get that collab in, right? Which means, like I said, Dorothy comes out on the 27th. If you already have currency for Dorothy, you have all of May to save, right? You have all of June to save. And then when July comes, then you probably still have all of July, all of August. You still have all those times to save, but that is when the collab could happen. I'm not saying the collab's happening in July. I'm not saying it's happening in August. It just could happen in one of those months, right? So at least you have 2 months to start saving for that. I think Dorothy's a great character. If you want my honest opinion, and I'll make a video on this explaining why deeply, but I would recommend going for dupes on Dorothy, right? If anything, minimum like LB3. Obviously, she's really good, 1 copy, so you could always go for that too. But, you know, LB3 is just going to make her so much better, right? In terms of just the stats and the damage for her, the way she works, right? But it's never by force, of course. She's not a must-have LB3. You really just need one copy, right? But if you're asking yourself if you should go for LB3, I want to say it's not a bad idea at all. But I'll explain that in another video, right? So, like I said, I feel like what they should do, since we know now that it's going to come out in the second half of the year, I think they should, okay, because it seems like this half anniversary is lasting a month, right? It starts on the 27th of April, right? Which is right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can just, like, kind of zoom this up a bit for y'all. Okay, yeah, I can. And let me make it full screen. My main screen here. So, yeah. So, this is when the half anniversary starts right here, on the 27th of April, right? You have the 27th, right? And then you have 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I want to say 3 weeks. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's 4 Thursdays, but I don't know if it's 4. It's like 4 Thursdays, but 3 weeks probably, right? But you still, like, 3 weeks to a month, let's say. The half anniversary lasts 3 weeks to a month, which is not bad. That's actually a lot better than you think. Right, because that means you basically have 3 weeks to a month to continue to pull on Dorothy. So I think it's going to be very, and I mean very easy for a lot of people to go for that LB3. Now, if you go for the one copy, I want to say throughout the month, they're probably going to give out some type of, like, a certain amount of currency. Not probably like 100, not nothing like that, but they're probably going to give some more throughout that time, right? So we have all those months to... What's it called? Does it mean we're not going to get a new banner? Probably not. I think we probably will get like a week banner of like a new character within one of these weeks, right? And then it would just be Dorothy and that character. Kind of like what they did for literally the Miracle Snow event, right? They dropped Rupee, and then I think a week after, I think that event was a 2-week event though, but they dropped Rupee and then they dropped Anne after. That's what they did, right? It's not like the Chainsaw Man collab where they had both Power and Makima, but for the Xmas event, they did have Rupee's banner, and then like a week or 2 weeks after they dropped Anne. They didn't drop at the same time, even though they were part of the same event. But the thing is, when they announced the Miracle Snow event, then, like, Anne was already a character they announced. She just didn't have a banner until, I want to say, a week or 2 weeks after. On this event, they haven't confirmed any other character, literally, besides Ray, or I guess her name's Rai. Rai and Dorothy, right? But Rai is a free character, so I'm thinking what they should do is this. Have your half anniversary up to the 18th, right? Have only, like, you know what I'm saying? If you guys, for the NIER collab people want to summon on the NIER collab, this is for you, what I'm about to tell you. Skip every single banner, but take all, because when they drop an event, you guarantee get a multi, right? For advanced recruit vouchers, you guarantee get a multi from those events, right? Take all the multis from those events, and then you can just start saving them for July. Or, like, I'll have another video on this telling you guys more. But, yeah, basically, the NIER collab is going to be important because they're limited characters. That's really, like, their main thing. We don't know if they're going to be good or if we don't. So it's kind of hard for me to say, you don't have to even worry about something because we don't know how good. It's not even, when it comes to collab characters, it doesn't even matter about how good or bad they are, right? When it comes, not even collab, when it just comes to limited characters, we don't want to talk about how good or bad they are because they're limited, right? If you're a collector like myself, and there's a lot of other collectors, right? You definitely want to have those characters because a lot of characters, it seems like, can get better over time, right? Obviously, look at Biscuit, right? I don't want to say Biscuit became like 10 times better, but obviously Dorothy being a supporter and the way Dorothy works, Biscuit gets much more value now for that attack buff she has on her burst skill, right? She gives supporters attack, and then look at her. If you put Biscuit and Dorothy together, that's a pretty good comp now, because Dorothy is going to be getting an attack buff, and she's going to be healing when she attacks the whole time, right? That's a pretty good comp, but that's because Biscuit has that effect that nobody was really getting any benefit from it before. Obviously, supporters were, but it wasn't really like, oh, they needed it type thing, right? But Dorothy gets a massive benefit from a burst skill like that. So it's simple things like that. But yeah, it is confirmed that the NIER collab will happen the second half of the year. So I want to say look forward to it in July, August, September, October, November, or December, one of these times. I think August would be a good month, and then they should have their final collab of the year in November. No, not in November, because November would be anniversary. So, so maybe just don't even have a collab again. Maybe just have 2 collabs, and then, because after the NIER collab, the biggest thing after or months after, I mean, they could have it in September, October, because that's a couple times. But you guys let me know what you think, what month it's going to come in, and let me know what you guys want to see. Remember, November 4th is actually their 1-year anniversary, right? So if you tell me what day you want the NIER, or what month and day you want the NIER collab to happen, but always remember to consider that November 4th is the anniversary of the game. So it's going to be your boy Zxous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Motion.